Welcome back in on Radio SLCC, your online student source, and KSL.com. We have the starting lineups. First off for USU-Eastern, it will be number 12, Brandon Sly. He's a 5'10 freshman guard from Riverton, Utah. Number 21, Hamdi Karwi. He's a 6'7 sophomore forward from Jean Baptiste, France. Number 22, Philip Winston. He's a 6', 170-pound freshman guard from Lakewood, Washington. Number 23, Josh Van Weezap. He's a 6'3 sophomore guard from Farmington, Utah. And number 50, Marcelo Rudiger. He's a 6'10 sophomore center from Brazil. The Golden Eagles are coached by Ajamala Baccelli. He is assisted by Justin Brown. Eastern Utah comes into tonight with an overall record of 9-8. They are 0-6 in conference play. And now the starting lineups for your solid community college Bruins. First we have number 0, Gibson Johnson. He's a 6'8 freshman forward from Centerville, Utah. Number 3, Deshaun Parsons. He's a 6'7 sophomore guard from San Francisco, California. Number 4, CJ Spute. He's a 6'4 sophomore guard from Boise, Idaho. Number 11, Zarion Payton. He's a 6'2 sophomore guard from Oakland, California. And number 23, Blake Wilkinson. He's a 6'7 sophomore forward from Centerville, Utah. The Bruins are coached by Todd Phillips. He's assisted by Paul Marble, Andrew May, and Silas Mills. The Bruins come in with a record of 17-3 overall. They are 5-1 in conference play. And as I said, these two teams met earlier this year down in Price, Utah, and it was the Bruins pulling away for the 70-59 victory. And so, Bailey, that should be a good indication that the Bruins should definitely have the upper hand tonight.
Yeah, they definitely do. It's not a huge win, but it was on their home court on Slick Wells game. So that's definitely a move in the right direction. I feel very good at going into tonight. Very epic introduction for a community college game, by the way. It's very, we didn't quite expect that. Very, very fun in here right now.
You didn't think the lights were going to go down?
I did. It looked like a jazz game for half a second there.
And then they turned the lights on.
Yeah, and then you realize.
But the Bruins definitely the favorite coming into tonight, the nationally ranked team. And this is actually the premier junior college basketball conference in America.
Oh, definitely. And I mean, if you look at the athletes, I mean, they look every bit of the...
Third team foul on Eastern. Payton with it up top. Gonna run pick and roll with Johnson. Goes up top, Dispute, 3 on the way. Short, no good. And then Parsons and Wilkinson run into each other, and ball falls out of bounds, Eastern ball. All tied up at 6. 16 minutes to go here in the first. Brandon Sly into the front court. Payton on him. Up top to Van Weezap. Back to Sly. Sly all the way across the floor. Now he comes back to the left side. Gonna run pick and roll with right. Picks up his dribble. Now goes to Van Weezap. Winston into the block. To Rudiger, and Rudiger gets another one.
He was playing such great defense until they eventually got into the post.
That looks like a reasonably good mismatch there for Eastern, getting it to Rudiger.
Huge.
Bruins with it. Payton on the left wing. Up top to DP. Out of the right wing to Johnson. Up top, Wilkinson, long jumper on the way. It's good. It's a long 2.
That's what you want to see. Maybe, once the ball starts going in, once you visualize the ball going in, I think that helps get the game going on a little bit. So Slick's had a few open shots, and finally they've been able to connect on the long one.
All squared 8, right with it at the high post. Faces up on Johnson, looks to go to work. Now he backs it out, gets it to Winston. Winston on the right wing, runs pick and roll with Rudiger, drops it to Rudiger. He runs into Johnson, puts it up no good, but right there for the putback.
Yeah, we need to do a better job of boxing out on that possession.
Wilkinson with it on the right side. Spins to the baseline, puts up with the left hand, no good. But he's going to go to line for 2. Wilkinson just a little too quick for the post guys for Eastern Utah.
Slick going 1 for 2 in each of their free throw attempts so far. Let's see if he can connect on both of them this time.
Foul called on Nathaniel Wright, his first 14th foul already on USU-Eastern. Wilkinson's first is good. I think we're going to see some press after the make as the guards for the Bruins move into the post, into the blocks, excuse me. A little bit of a tell, right? When the guards run in to try and rebound.
I would say so. I'd say they're probably not going for the rebound too much.
Bruins in a 1-2-2 full court press here. They try getting into the middle of the bench. He loses it momentarily. They get it back. They throw the oop to right, but it goes off of his hands and out of bounds.
That was almost deadly.
It was.
That could have been a huge momentum swing.
You could have thrown the bounce pass. You'd have had the easy two, too.
Yeah. Well, these kids are so flashy these days. All want to be like Kobe. Nobody wants to be like John Stockton.
Peyton with it. Into the front court. Goes in the corner to Spute. Gets it to Wilkinson on the left block. Wilkinson spins to the baseline. Now kicks it back to Spute. Now Peyton resets the offense. Pick and roll with Wilkinson. He gets it, goes right to the rim and lays it in with the left hand. He's so quick for a big man at that first step.
Oh yeah, and even though the score is close, you know that the Bruins are moving the ball a lot better. USU keeps getting trapped and kind of gotten lucky on a few possessions, I would say, but Flick so far playing a better overall team game.
Sly with it, gonna run pick and roll with Rudiger. Up top to Winston. Winston gets in the lane, kicks it to Van Weezap. 3 on the way, got it.
And maybe I spoke too soon.
Hey, controlled chaos. First 3 of the night goes for Eastern. They go up 13-12. Spute with it on the left wing. Kicks in the corner to Peyton. Now to DP. DP wants the 3, puts up the 3. It's no good, right with the board for Eastern Utah. Sly quickly into the front court. Hands to Van Weezap, back to Sly. Takes the baseline, runs into Wilkinson, and steps out of bounds. And with that, we've reached our first immediate timeout, I believe, of the first half. With 13:01 to go, Eastern Utah up 13-12 on Radio SLCC and KSL.com.
USU is a global company but one of the most recognized and admired brands in the world. Whether you're looking for a professional career or a part-time position, UPS is hiring now. Located at 36 South and Redwood Road. Now has the tri-tip sirloin and all the food coming by the career time, showing $12.99. The Sizzler, a proud sponsor of SLCC Athletics.
Welcome back in on Radio SLCC and KSL.com. I'm Zach Hodge, joined tonight by Bailey Rice, bringing you live play-by-play action of Bruin basketball. 13:01 to go here in the first half. Bruins down 1, 13-12 to USU-Eastern. Bruins with the ball. Zarion Payton into the front court. Sly on him. Goes to the right wing, Dispute. Goes to the post to Okamina, who checked in during the timeout, as did Brandon Morley for the Bruins. Up top now to Peyton. He swings it to Morley. Morley tries going inside the DP. Terrible pass taken away by Rudiger. Right in the front court. Puts it up. No good. But we're going to get a foul called on Okamina.
Yeah, that was a hard foul. It's nice to see him get up quickly. That could have been a lot worse, definitely.
Definitely a dirty look from Nathaniel Wright, given to Okamina.
It wasn't the softest of fouls I've ever seen, that's for sure.
Well, Okamina's not the softest of gentlemen.
Yeah.
He's the big man for these Bruins. At the line for two, it is Nathaniel Wright. Wright so far has 4 points on 2 of 2 shooting from the floor. 3 boards as well. Wright's first, it's hard off the rim, no good. Subs for the Bruins. Marcus White is going to check in for CJ Spute. And number 3, Jawan Moody, is going to check in for Brandon Sly. Wright set for his second. That one is good. Eastern up 2, 14-12.
Slick so far not able to connect on a 3. Let's see if we can change that around right now.
DP with it up top. Winston on him. Goes up top to Morley. Cross court to Okamina. Okamina dribbles it off the foot of a Golden Eagle and then gets tied up. The ball will go back to the Bruins. It's 16 on the shot clock. That's not the strongest of Okamina's game.
No,
rim like that.
No, you don't want to see a big man dribbling that far out with 2 people covering him. It's not the smartest move. But he almost redeemed himself.
Great pass there by Brandon Morley to get it to Okamina on the right block. He misses the layup, but he's fouled to go to the line for 2. Foul called on number 23, Josh Van Weezap. His first 15th foul on Eastern.
Come here. Number 15. Say 10.
First free throw by Larry is good. Subs for the Bruins as Peyton checks out as Dukelmeyer checks in. And Winston checks out for Eastern as Royal Ewing checks in. Okamina goes 2 for 2 and we're square at 14.
USU-Eastern definitely doing a great job hanging around. It's a lot closer game than I thought it would be at this point.
Ewing with it up top. Goes to Moody on the left wing. Goes into the block to Rudiger. Rudiger going to go to work. Gets into the lane. Partially blocked by Morley, but it still goes in.
Where did this kid come from? He is just a monster.
Rudiger with 8 already. Dukelmeyer running the point now for the Bruins. Hands to White. Up top to Okamina. Tries to go inside to Morley. It's taken away by Wright. Couple turnovers on possessions by the Bruins. Van Weezap puts up a quick 3. Long rebound falls to DP. DP out in transition going right to the rim. And he's fouled.
Great job staying aggressive to make sure you get those 2 free throw attempts.
Foul called on number 3, Jawan Moody. His first 16th foul on Eastern. And the young man in the boxer boots steps to the line for 2.
Those are some very interesting shoes he's wearing tonight.
I mean, they only go, halfway up his calf.
They're very interesting.
I'm not one to judge.
Don't quite match the uniform either, but oh well.
Hey, bright red goes with gray and blue.
He's very good at playing basketball. That's all we care about.
Subs for Eastern as Hamdi Karwi checks in for Rudiger. And for the first time tonight, Bruins have the size advantage on the floor.
Yep. Morley, you got 5.
DP's second on the way. Hard off the iron, and he gets a bounce.
Nice bounce.
He's got his first 2 of the night. Bruins square at 16. Moody into the front court. Dukelmeyer on him. Moody gets it up top to Ewing. Ewing looks to drive, loses the handle. But we're going to get a foul called on the drive, I believe, on White. That'll be his first 13th foul on the Bruins. No, they're going to call it on the shot.
There's been more free throws than actual field goal attempts in this game so far.
I think you're right. We're at 9 fouls already. Wow. We've had 12 free throw attempts, and we've only had 21 field goals attempts. Ewing's first is short, no good. Royal Ewing, the freshman guard from Chicago, Illinois, set for his second.
Who got shooter? Who got shooter?
Goes 1 for 2. Eastern retakes the lead, 17-16. White with it on the left wing, goes inside the DP on the block. He works into the lane, puts it up, blocked by the bottom of the backboard, but he's fouled again.
And yet another foul. You know, it doesn't matter how you score, just the points go on the scoreboard, so.
Foul call on Nathaniel Wright, his second. 7th team foul, so the Bruins in the bonus already as well. With 10:56 left. DP's first one is good. Parsons tonight 0-2 from the three-point line, but he is 3 for 3 from the charity stripe now.
Yeah, at this point, the good free throw shooting by Slick is what's keeping us in this game.
9 of Larry Okamina. That'll be his second. 4th team foul on the Bruins.
I don't know if either team's going to have enough players to finish the game the way the fouls are coming.
At the line 4-2 will be number 30, Marcelo Rudiger. Rudiger's first one is no good.
Rudiger's 6'10", coming from Brazil. Big kid.
Bruins 10 of 12 from the stripe, and after his second miss, Eastern now 2 of 6. Okamina with it up top, goes to DP. Parsons looking to drive, step back jumper on the way, it is good.
Great move, great move. Very Kobe-esque on that one.
DP's first field goal of the night gives him 6. Bruins up 3, 20-17. Andre Hogan, who just checked into the game, kicks across court to Ewing. Ewing with it. Goes back to Hogan. Now to Moody on the left wing. Moody runs pick and roll with Rudiger. The right wing. Hogan with it. Hogan looks to turn the corner. Cut off by White. Now he gets into the lane. Pulls up from 10. Hard off the backboard. No good. And Parsons with the board for the Bruins. And then it's knocked out of his hands by Hogan. Bruins retain possession. Subs for the Bruins as Wilkinson checks in for Okamina. Dufelmeyer running the point for the Bruins. White with it on the left wing. Up top to Morley. Oh, Morley gets slapped on the arm, but it's Carway who comes out with it. Loses the ball. I guess it all works out in the end.
No harm, no foul there.
Bruins back into their offense. They hand to Parsons. Ewing deep. Right up on Parsons. Always applying pressure on him. Tries going to the high post to Wilkinson, taken away again by Carway. He stops, drops it to Ewing, and he finishes it with the right hand. I'm a little surprised Carway didn't go to the rim there.
Yeah, a little bit. And, you know, Slick's got to pay more attention. Be more careful with the basketball right now. Playing a little bit too much carefree right now.
White on the drive has it knocked out of his hands. Bruins retain possession on the baseline. And Dufelmeyer is going to inbound. Gets it into the block to Wilkinson. Wilkinson looks to go to work, loses his balance, regains it. Tries to hook Rudiger, unable to do it. Now the Bruins have it to Dufelmeyer up top. 8 on the shot clock. Dufelmeyer loses it, goes off of Parsons and out of bounds. Sloppy possession.
Extremely sloppy possession. You know, right as I said, you know, they have to pay more attention to basketball. And I think that's the key to the game so far. You know, a couple sloppy possessions, a couple careless turnovers is what's making this a close game right now. So they can get that turned around. I think we have a good shot to pull away.
Subs for the Bruins as Parsons and White check out, as Spute and LeBryant Shiflett check in for the first time. Bruins on defense. Great job by Morley to deflect the pass. Goes right to Spute. Spute looking to go coast to coast. Misses the layup. Ooh, that's a tough foul. Brandon Morley called for going over the bag. But it looks like the 7-footer just jumped over the top of the 6-footer.
It was a 50-50, and you know the small guy's always going to get that call, of course.
Subs for the Bruins again is Zarion Payton and Gibson Johnson return for Morley and Dufelmeyer. It's Moody running the point for Eastern.
Hey, Sky!
Moody goes to the high post to Carwee. Hands to Hogan. Gets it to Ewing. Left elbow. Jumper no good. Bruins with the board. Payton comes down with it. Gibson Johnson quickly into the front court. Now he gets it to Shiflett.
Nearly a half
I think
violation.
You're right on, Bailey. Just the focus just isn't quite there right now.
Like I said, the trap game. I mean, this is playing out like I was going over earlier. But I think now they realize they have to totally focus, being as they're only up by one with a little over 7 minutes left in the half.
Wilkinson misses the jumper for the Bruins. On the other end, Carwee misses one for Eastern, but Rudiger with the offensive board. Eastern resets with Moody. Gets it to Hogan on the left wing. Shiflett on him. Gonna run pick and roll with Carwee. Hogan takes the baseline, drops off inside to Rudiger, and he finishes with the right hand. Rudiger leading the way for Eastern with 10. Eastern up 21-20. Wilkinson looking to go right at him. Unable to do it. On the other end, alley-oop goes up to Andre Hogan.
And that was a monster slam, and Slick needed to call a timeout right there, because that would have been a huge momentum swing.
Well, we're going to get a technical foul called on Andre Hogan for hanging on the rim. That was impressive.
Yeah,
the dunk was.
That was a monster jam.
I thought that he overthrew it on the pass, but Hogan just went up another level and grabbed it.
He had to have at least 3 feet of vertical leap on that one. I mean, that was huge. Probably could have jumped over me.
Great dunk by Eastern. Sends us into our second media timeout with Eastern up 23-20. Bruins have got to find their mojo right here on Radio SLCC and KSL.com. Welcome back inside Bruin Arena. It is CJ Spute at the line for 2 technical free throws after Andre Hogan got teed up before the break. He got busted alley-oop, great dunk. And then he decided to do a chin-up on the rim. Spute makes the first. Trying to redeem himself after going 1 for 2 earlier on technical free throws. Spute goes 2 for 2 this time, and I always hated shooting those. Because no one's in the lane. It's just the most awkward shot in the world.
Yeah, definitely. The level of awkwardness is definitely added. Got your brothers there to support you. You feel you're all out, left alone to shoot some shots.
And everyone in the gym's looking at you.
Exactly. A lot of added pressure.
Bruins with it into the front court. Brandon Sly checked back into the game for Eastern during the timeout, and Sherman Day checked in for the first time. On the drive for the Bruins, Zarion Payton's going to be fouled by Brandon Sly. His second personal, 8th team foul. So at the line for 1-1 will be Zarion Payton. Subs for Eastern as Sly checks out, and Philip Winston returns. Zarion misses the front end. Gibson Johnson almost tips it in, gets the rebound a second time, tries going up with it, he's stripped, and then he tips it away and it goes off the hands of Winston. Bruin basketball, but what hustle there by Gibson Johnson.
Great hustle, great hustle. Still a lot of sloppy basketball going on though, Zach. Ball's bouncing everywhere.
Now we're going to have a discussion again between the officials. Bruins keep possession.
Yeah, so wait, CJ. Your second, CJ.
Wilkinson gets it into Johnson, hands it to Wilkinson. Now he goes into the post to Johnson. Great pass, and Gibson Johnson finishes it with the right hand.
Great move. That's what we need to see. Some more power post moves.
Ewing with it on the right wing. Bruins fall into a 2-3 zone for the first time tonight. Great pass inside to Sherman Day. He misses the layup, but he'll go to the line for two. As the foul's called on Blake Wilkinson, that'll be his second. 16th foul on the Bruins.
Good foul though. I mean, if he didn't foul him, it would have been an easy dunker layup. So I'll take the foul on that one.
At the line for two, it is Sherman Day. He misses the first one. Day set for the second. He goes 1 for 2. We're square at 24 with 6:10 left here in the first half. Zarion crosses the timeline. Ewing on him now. Shiflett on the right wing. Shiflett drops it to Wilkinson. Wilkinson spins to the baseline. Pump fakes. Tries going to Johnson. It's knocked out of his hands by Day. Bruins to inbound on the baseline.
I like that we're going more in the post. They've been avoiding the post almost the whole game, so it's nice to get in there, see the ball go in the hole from down there.
Payton to inbound. Gets it in quickly to Wilkinson. He puts it up no good. Johnson's there for the putback, and he's fouled. They've got to get Rudiger back in the game. We're just owning the glass.
Oh yeah. The whole game changes whether Rudiger's in or out. And the kid's a monster.
Foul's called on Sherman Day, his first, 9th team foul on USU-Eastern. At the line for two, it is Gibson Johnson. Subs for the Bruins as Shiflett's going to check out as Parsons returns. Gibson Johnson now with 3 points. Second free throw is good. He's got 4. Bruins go up 2, 26-24.
Slick currently shooting 14 out of 17 free throws. A good percentage on any day. Definitely keep him in the game. Huge stat.
Winston able to drive, drops it off inside today. He goes up under, misses the layup. We're going to get a jump ball as Johnson and Carwee get tied up underneath. Ball goes to USU-Eastern. Subs for the Golden Eagles as Josh Van Weezap returns. Van Weezap, the only player on the floor to make a three tonight. Eastern gets it in to to Hogan. Hogan gets fouled on the drive, but it will put Andre Hogan at the line for the 1-1.
7th team foul.
Foul call on Payton. It's his first 7th team foul on the Bruins.
Number 2, Andre Hogan.
Hogan had the big alley-oop dunk here earlier in the half. Free throw on the way. It's good. Earns the second. What do you think so far of the Bruin defense, Bailey?
You know, I think it's been good for 75% of a possession, and then they'll give up and leads to an easy bucket for USU-Eastern. Overall, I'd say it's good, but for the level of competition, I do expect more from the Bruins tonight.
The penetration's really what it's got to them. They play good defense, and someone gets in the lane, the help comes, and then the defense just breaks down.
And then when Rudiger's in the game, he's too big to handle. So I think those are the two key elements to victory tonight.
DP able to get in the lane, kicks it to Spute in the corner, and CJ Spute knocks down the three and pounds his chest.
Broke the drought on that one. Gotta love seeing that.
Bruins go up 3, 29-26. On the other end, Hogan able to penetrate. Drops it back to Winston up top. Winston goes in the corner to Van Weezap. Today on the short corner. To Carwy cutting to the rim, and he finishes with the right hand.
That was a good move.
On the other end, Parsons going 1-on-4. Spins to the baseline, puts it up no good. Day with the board for Eastern Utah.
Great hustle by DP. I mean, it didn't work out, but you gotta love seeing that.
The outlet pass knocked out of bounds by Parsons. Eastern to inbound on the sideline. CJ Spute helping put the barrier back up. He's got a future being a nightclub guy later
with the velvet ropes.
That's right. Winston able to get in the lane, kicks it to Van Weezap. 3 on the way, hard off the back of the iron, no good. Payton with the board. We're going to get a foul. Zarion Payton playing great on the glass tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely.
As that's rebound number 5 already for the point guard for the Bruins.
Showing that aggressiveness his uncle was always famous for in the NBA.
Foul was called on number 22, Philip Winston, his second, 10th team foul on Eastern. So Payton at the line for 2. First one is up and good. Speaking of Paytons, Gary Payton, the second, former Bruin, hanging a triple-double a couple weeks ago. Only the second triple-double in Oregon State history, him and his dad.
He's been playing great. I saw him take down Arizona the other day. Definitely excited to see a former Bruin doing big things on a national level.
Carwy with it, swings it around. Now Hogan on the left wing, DP on him, going to pick and roll with Day. Hogan takes the baseline, good finish, banks it off the glass with the right hand. And then we're going to get a blocking foul. Zarion's going to go back to the line for 2 more. Foul on Andre Hogan, his second. 10th team foul already.
More points for Slick coming from the free throw line than anywhere else tonight. So take that as a good or bad thing, I guess.
Bruins with exactly half their points from the stripe as they're now 15 to 20 as Payton misses the first. Subs for the Bruins, Gibson Johnson checks out, Brandon Morley returns.
Yes.
Payton's second is good. Bruins retake the lead 31-30. Hogan quickly into the front court, trying to drive on Parsons, gets cut off, and now Winston resets the offense. Bruins back in their man-to-man. Winston drops it to the right wing to Van Weezap, now to Moody. Moody pick and roll with Carwy, pulls up from 12, it's short, doesn't get the roll. Payton with the board for the Bruins. Zarion, great bounce to DP. DP misses the dunk. But he'll go to the line for 2. What a pass.
Yeah, DP looking a little bit shaken up right now. It was a hard fall. Probably just got the wind knocked out of it. But amazing pass. Great rebound, amazing pass. That's what we need to see. A little bit more aggressiveness.
I thought bringing that had no shot of getting through.
Well, me neither. Zero. I wanted to look away for a bit, especially from our angle. But I mean, got it right where it needed to be.
He called hit to the head.
So DP going to the line for 2. DP usually takes at least 1 or 2 of those big hits every night. He loves to go to the rim.
And that would have been a huge, huge dunk.
You okay?
First one is off the back of the iron, no good. Subs for Eastern as number 2. Hogan's going to check out as Moody returns.
Also in for the Golden Eagles, number 50.
Subs for Eastern as Rudiger returns for Day. I didn't see who the foul was called on, did you?
You know, I didn't. There was about 2 guys on him, so it was one of 2 guys.
I think it was called on Hogan. It was Hogan's third. Parson goes 1 for 2. Bruins go up to 32-30. Winston running the point for the Golden Eagles.
USU-Eastern just put Rudiger back in. Expect them to go back to the paint.
Moody with it on the left wing, looking to run pick and roll with Carwey. Goes cross court. Winston, 3 on the way. Hard off the back of the iron, no good. Parsons with the board. DP quickly into the front court, gets in the lane, puts it up, no good. The Golden line for 2.
Could have been an and 1, but someone tipped it in during the foul.
That is his second.
Foul called on number 1, Hamdi Carwey, his second. And it's DP back to the line for 2 more. He just went 1 for 2. On the night, he's got 7, 1 of 4 from the field. Parsons first is up, ain't good. Subs for Eastern is number 44, Joel Kerr checks in for the first time.
Morley, you got...
Kerr's a 6'8", 230-pound freshman from Australia for Eastern Utah. We got an Aussie on each team, as Duffelmeyer is for the Bruins. Second free throw by DP, no good. Wilkinson grabs the board for the Bruins and they reset. Bruins need to make a run here. Final 3:05 of the half.
Go ahead, use the shot clock. Don't take any shot you don't need to.
Great spin by Morley. He's unable to finish with the left hand though. And Eastern's got numbers. Winston kicks it out to Moody. 3 on the way. Got it.
Way too many fast break points tonight for Eastern. Slick really needs to focus on that. Way too many fast break points.
Moody ties us at 33. Spute with it on the left wing. Up top to Morley. Wilkinson looks inside. Gets it back to Parsons. Parsons going to go right to the rim. He's blocked this time. Goes out of bounds off Eastern. Subs for the Bruins. Johnson checks in for Wilkinson.
Still a good move by DP. You know, 9 times out of 10 when you make an aggressive move like that to the paint, you're going to make a bucket, you're going to get a free throw. That time it didn't work out, but it was still a good move.
Right there.
Payton gets it into Morley. Morley hands it back to him. Spute on the left wing. 8 on the shot clock. Payton's got to make something happen. 5. Still no real movement towards the basket. He'll put up a 3. It's an air ball. It looked like Parsons tipped it to the rim, but Winston pulled down the board anyway.
Yeah.
CJ, you're here.
Still got a close one. You know, a couple things could happen where either team could pull away at this point in my mind.
I mean, Eastern's just shooting the ball tonight.
They're shooting the ball, the fast break points. I mean, they're running the floor well. They're shooting the ball. And Rudiger's in there getting in the paint very easily as well.
Winston running the point. Payton on him. And we're going to get a moving screen called on Eastern as Joel Kerr is going to draw his first personal.
With a minute 50 left in the half.
That's a big turnover.
That's a huge turnover. Yeah, let's see if Slick can build some momentum to go into the second half with.
Spute on the right wing. Runs pick and roll with Morley and Johnson. Now they go in the corner to Payton. Payton going to run it with Morley and Johnson as well. Drops it back to Johnson. 3 on the way. Hard off the rim. No good. Eastern with the board. Winston comes out with it. Drops it off to Moody. Moody 3 on the way. No good. Battle ensues for the board. And we're going to get a timeout taken by the Bruins. Great heads up there by head coach Todd Phillips to get the timeout.
Yes, it was. And, you know, it was yet another transition three for Eastern. That time just didn't fall in, but, you know, Slick has got to be more cautious on the fast breaks.
Their transition defense, it seems like the three guards for Eastern is just beating everyone else down the floor.
It does, it does. And I mean, if you look at these two teams, the Bruins obviously look more athletic, look like they would be quicker. Eastern just beating down the court, 9 times out of 10 tonight.
And a lot of that is coming from the Bruins' bad shot selection, in my opinion. You're putting up some long threes that are leading to long rebounds that just automatically, it's just like, all right, that just starts the fast break for you.
Exactly. And now that Eastern notices that, they're looking for more fast breaks as well. So
subs for the Bruins as Marcus White checks in for DP. Eastern comes back with the same 5. Here with 1:17 to go in the first half. Payton into the front court. Works at Dispute on the left wing. Dispute. Now up top to Johnson. To Payton on the right wing. Gets it to White. White's going to put up a contested 3. It's not close. I know we're going to get a foul on the rebound.
And again, not a very good shot. Not a very good shot selection there.
It looked like that was more frustration. White hadn't gotten a shot off the whole time he'd been in the game. He wanted to get a shot up, and it didn't go well.
No, not at all.
Foul on White with his second. Stepping to the line for the 1-on-1 is Josh Van Weezap, one of the better shooters for the Golden Eagles. And I jinxed him.
Good job.
0 for 1. Speed with the board for the Bruins. And the Bruins turn it over.
Just not paying attention.
Moody with it on the right wing. Runs pick and roll with Rudiger. Gets it to Rudiger, and he kicks it back out. Now to Winston. Winston gonna put up a 3. It's short. Johnson grabs the board and is fouled by Kerr. Just not a good foul there.
No. And we're shooting. Let's see if this will help us go to half with the lead.
Johnson going down to shoot 2 more free throws. He's 2 for 2 tonight, 1 of 3 overall from the field. Gibson has 4 points, 5 boards, and 2 assists. Johnson's first one is short. The shot clock is off, so Eastern can hold for the final shot of the half. Johnson goes 1 for 2. Subs for Eastern is number 33, Royal Ewing, checks in for Joel Kerr.
We need to stop right here. Come on now.
And let's see if the Bruins can stop USU-Eastern on his final possession to go into halftime with a 1-point lead.
20 seconds to go. Moody with it. Goes to Ewing. Now to Winston. They go to the block to Rudiger. Gets it to a cutting Ewing. He finishes at the rim with the right hand. Bruins got to go quick. 6 seconds. Payton. Trying to do it all himself. Tries to get it to a cutting Spew. Morley grabs it, but the shot time runs out. And USU-Eastern will take the lead to the half. 35-34. In what can only be described as sloppy here in the first half.
Extremely. You know, I definitely hope the Bruins, come out for the second half more energized, more focused, more ready, and more determined because they realize that, USU-Eastern is not a team they can sleep on.
Well, it seems like their defense for USU-Eastern has got the Bruins out of their flow. I mean, if you look at who's attempting the shots, Parsons only has 4 shots at the half. That's not, your best player needs to have more than 4 shots at the half.
Yeah, that's not winning basketball for the Bruins. When your leading scorer only has that. He has gotten to the line a few times, but he's not shooting well from the floor. That's a huge key. In my opinion, you're seeing a more talented team playing a team that's working harder right now. And that's, why USU-Eastern is going into halftime with a 1-point lead when, the Bruins are heavily favored.
Taking a quick look at the stats, leading the way for Eastern Utah is Marcelo Rudiger with 10 points, going 5 of 6 from the field. He's also got 4 boards and 2 assists. but he really did a lot of his damage early. And it was very useful because it kept him in the game. You felt like the Bruins could come out here and just stomp on him early. He kept him in the game.
No, he did definitely. And I did notice that the Bruins did do a better job controlling him when he came back into the game. I don't think he had a shot after
I don't believe
back
so.
in the game. So the Bruins did do a good job stopping him, but now they have to concentrate on the 4 other players out there as well. So but we're only one half in. Let's see if the Bruins can come out and do what we know they can do.
And then leading the way for the Bruins with 9 points, it is Blake Wilkinson going 3 of 7 from the floor, 3 of 4 from the stripe. He's also got 2 boards and an assist. But it was a quiet 9 points for Blake, I would say. Yeah, it was, they didn't come in burst where he just kind of took over. It was, a 2 here, a few free throws there.
Yeah, definitely. And he's definitely helping us, keeping us in the game. The free throw shooting,
it's insane.
It's crazy. I haven't seen a game like this in years.
The Bruins have 34 points at the half, and 19 of them come from the stripe. So they only have 15 points from the floor. As a team, the Bruins are 7 of 21 from the field for 33%. USU-Eastern, 14 to 30. So double the amount of field goal makes for 46%. And then from deep, Bruins 1 of 7, USU-Eastern 2 of 8. So neither of them shooting it great from deep.
No, neither team. And, I don't think the Bruins can play much worse than this, which is good because we're only down by 1. So, and a lot of teams, if we came out like this, we could be down by 15 right now.
Well, and then, as you said, the big key, the Bruins are 19 of 27 from the stripe compared to only 5 of 11 for USU-Eastern. So just the aggressiveness of the Bruin offense is what's given USU-Eastern problems.
That's, finding another way to get it done if the ball's not going right in the hole.
That's what they're asking to do. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the second half for you live right here on Radio SLCC and KSL.com. Welcome back in on Radio SLCC and KSL.com. I'm Zach Hodge, joined tonight by Bailey Rice. We're bringing you live play-by-play action of Bruin basketball. We are at the half of the men's game, and it is the Golden Eagles of USU-Eastern up 35-34 on Bailey, what we can only call just a sloppy half play by the Bruins.
Yeah, definitely. There's been a lot of fouls. There's been a lot of fast break points by USU-Eastern that Slick needs to concentrate on, controlling the ball better, working the post a lot more. There's a lot of things they can improve on, which is a good thing. I mean, it's much better than playing the best game they could have and being down by one. So, but I expect them to come out a lot stronger in the second half, know what they need to do, and just execute better. And I fully expect that to happen.
So, the Bruins need to execute. They need to get to the rim a little bit more. What do you think the Golden Eagles need to do to maintain the lead and to put the Bruins away?
I think give the ball to Rudiger in the post. I mean, that's that was working for him the first time he was in. That helped him build a little bit of a lead. And I mean, if they keep playing in transition like they have, they do have a good shot because they've been working the Bruins up and down the court like crazy tonight. So
just so you know, every time you say Rudiger, I just want to start going Rudy, Rudy, Rudy.
A little bit different size than that, Rudy. We could probably eat that, Rudy, but
I don't know that I've ever known anyone named Rudiger except for Rudy.
I know. That is pretty funny. I haven't either. Maybe, he's from Brazil. Maybe it's common in Brazil.
Well, maybe Rudy went there and made a family down there.
Right.
More power to him. But at the half, as I said, the Bruins down 1, led in the first half by by Blake Wilkinson, going 3 of 7 from the field, 3 of 4 from the stripe. But as you said, as a team, the Bruins go 19 of 27 from the stripe compared to only 5 of 11 for USU-Eastern. So USU-Eastern very easily could be up 10 points here if the Bruins just floundered at the line.
Exactly. And that's another huge key. I mean, the fact that they are up by 1 with the free throw difference being that much, it is a bit concerning for the Bruins. It definitely is. But, it's 1-point game. It's a new half, so it might as well be a whole new game at this point.
So really, who are you watching in the second half? Who do you think pulls away? Who can do it for the Bruins?
Well, I'm looking for Deshaun Parsons. Like you said, you were almost going to say he was leading scoring just because that is so common. And I think he's a huge key. I think he needs to just see the ball go in the hole more. He's been to the line. He's been doing a great job of that. He has been aggressive. The ball's just not going in the hole yet. So I think once that does, that can help seal it for the Bruins.
Parsons only 4 attempts from the field. He did go to the line 4 times as he's 6 for 8 there. And coming out here for the second half for the Bruins, it looks like we'll have the starters in Spute, Zarion Payton, Gibson Johnson, Deshaun Parsons, and Blake Wilkinson. For USU-Eastern, we will have Brandon Sly, Philip Winston, Marcelo Rudiger, Josh Van Weezap, and Hamdi Karwi. It's the Bruins to inbound. They get it into Payton, and our second half is underway. Zarion still running the point. Goes to Wilkinson. The speed on the left wing. Van Weezap's on him. Wilkinson with it on the right wing. They swing it to Johnson. Johnson. The Parsons on the right wing. Up top to Payton. Now to Spute. Spute goes to Wilkinson on the block. Wilkinson pull up 15-footer around. No good. Rebounds on the floor and Carly comes away with it. On the other end, Winston goes right to the rim, misses the layup, and the rebound goes off of Carly. Bruin basketball.
And there goes the velvet ropes again.
What a good first possession there for the Bruins. Good job of swinging it around. A decent look by Wilkinson.
And that's what they need to do. They've been playing, they've been shooting the ball up with 15 seconds left to go on the shot clock without a great shot. There's no reason to shoot with that much time left unless it is the perfect shot. So definitely a lot better execution by the Bruins on that possession compared to the first half.
Spute with it on the right wing. Goes to the high post to Johnson. He thinks about the 15-footer. Now he goes to DP. DP up top. Winston on him. Spins in the lane. Flops like a champ. It goes out of bounds. USU ball.
It was a great flop, but the ref was on that one.
You can't have your back to the basket and act like you're shooting.
No.
It doesn't fly.
But he's trying. He's trying.
It's a C- for...
He probably would have been fine in the NBA. That's for sure.
Carway with it on the left wing, goes to Winston. Gets it into the post to Rudiger. Rudiger spins to the baseline, puts up with the left hand, no good. Gibson Johnson grabs the board. And we're going to get an offensive foul called on, or not an offensive foul, a loose ball foul on Marcelo Rudiger as he body slammed Wilkinson going to the board.
That's a big man to fall on you.
6'10", 255 of Brazilian.
He looks even bigger.
Bruins with it into the front court. Spute works to the middle of the floor, now goes to Wilkinson. Zarion with it, left wing. Turns it over as Carway just takes it away. Gibson Johnson swats from behind. This could get interesting.
And that's the third time Carson's done that. The same exact play, stole the turnover. He's a little bit shaken up. Looks like he's okay though.
I mean, Johnson got the ball, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
And swatted with the ball, fouled him with the body. But you just don't do that from behind.
No, you don't. And even more so, I mean, just another careless turnover by the Bruins.
No flagrant called on it. They're going to call that he got the ball first. It's Johnson's first personal, first team foul on the Bruins. Stepping to the line for two, it will be Hamdi Carway. Carway comes into tonight the leading scorer for USU-Eastern. Comes in averaging 12.4. First free throw, no good. No one has scored here yet in the second half. Carway ends that as he makes the second free throw. USU up to 36-34. Payton with it, hands to Spute. Spute goes up top to Johnson. Johnson with the floater. He gets it to go. Gibson Johnson looking like Jeff Hornacek.
After nearly another Bruins turnover. Lucky you could hold on to it that time.
Sly with it. Gets it to Winston. Winston works in the lane, blocked by Johnson, and Wilkinson saves it.
Great block. Bruins pushing it up.
Payton quickly into the front court. Goes in the corner to DP. DP. They swing it. Spute up top. Now to Parsons on the left wing. Parsons was over the top to Johnson. Johnson fouled by Rudiger.
That was a great pass by Parsons. Great job to set him up for the easy free throws.
Foul called on Rudiger. It's his second team foul on the Golden Eagles. And at the line for two, it will be Gibson Johnson. Johnson so far tonight, 3 of 4 from the stripe. He's got 7 points. First one is good. Gibson's a 6'8" freshman from Centerville, Utah. Set for the second. He goes 2 for 2. And the Bruins are up 2, 38-36. Sly run pick and roll with Carway. Sly gets in the lane, blocked from behind by Payton.
Another great block. You love to see that defensive aggressiveness.
Subs for Eastern Utah as Mark Guyman checks in for Rudiger. Oh, he tries to go tricky. Gets it in quickly to Carway. He's blocked by the Bruins. Alley-oop slam. The DP.
Huge dunk. Huge dunk. Big momentum builder.
Bruins go up 4, 40-36, and look for them to try and make a run here. They've scored the last 6. Sly with it. Sly with it, looking inside. Payton on it. Gets it to Winston. On Winston. Good hedge by Wilkinson. They drop it off to Carway, and Carway gets it to go with 4 on the shot clock.
Carway coming out of France. Great player so far tonight.
DP goes into the post to Wilkinson. Big mismatch. as Guyman's got to be giving up 40 pounds on Wilkinson. Wilkinson misses the layup and Eastern gets the board. Sly into the front court, blocked by Johnson. And then Johnson standing out of bounds as he ties up. Are they going to give it the jump ball?
It's getting a little feisty down there.
I believe Johnson was out of bounds when he tied up Guyman. Eastern ball. They try to get it into Van Weezap, taken away by Peyton, and Peyton lays it in with the right hand, and DP's mad. He wanted that out of your ball, man. And Peyton with a big smile on his face. Bruins up 4, 42-38. Winston looking to turn the corner, cut off by Parsons. Gets it to Sly. Sly thinks about the three. Now he works to the high post. Drops it back to Van Weezap. Van Weezap goes into the post to Guyman. Kicks it back to Winston. Now to Van Weezap up top. 8 on the shot clock. Sly going to the rim. Turns it over.
Standing straight up.
And he's shaken up as well. It's been a very, very physical game by both teams tonight.
Sly holding the back of his head after he slammed into Gibson Johnson. Johnson called for his second personal foul. Brandon Sly's going to check out of the game. Coming in will be number 3, Jawan Moody. Also subs for the Bruins, Okamina checks in for Wilkinson. Will be USU-Eastern to inbound on the baseline. Moody to put it in play. Gets it into Winston. He goes right to the high post to Guyman. Back to Winston. Bruins in a 2-3 zone now, coming out of the inbound play. Winston to Van Weezap. Long three. Short, no good. Okamina with the board for the Bruins.
Bruins thus far playing a lot better defense than the first half.
Parsons tries to take the baseline, kicks it cross court to Johnson. Now they reset up top with Peyton. DP on the right wing with Winston on him. Up top to Johnson. Now to Peyton. Peyton looks to turn the corner, no shot. Foul called on the floor on Sly. Or excuse me, not on Sly, on Moody. That's his second, 13th foul on Eastern.
Pruitt ball to the baseline.
Peyton to inbound on the baseline. They get it into Parsons. Spute with it now on the right wing, up top to DP. Looking inside. Okamina's mad. We're going to get an offensive foul on Okamina. As he pushed right off.
That's his third personal foul. The third team foul.
That's an easy call.
Yeah,
really
it was.
The arm.
Being a little bit aggressive. But if he didn't do that, it'd probably be a turnover. So not much of a choice there. Had to try to get away with it.
Foul on Okamina is his second. Golden Eagles with it. Winston on the right wing. Looking around pick and roll with Guyman. Now they get it in the corner to Van Weezap. His three up, no good. Okamina with the board for the Bruins. Peyton into the front court. Goes into the post to Johnson. Johnson goes up under and lays it in with the right hand.
Great move.
Goes right around Carwee. We're going to get a timeout taken by the Golden Eagles. It's a 30-second timeout. And Bailey, for the first time tonight, it really looks like the Bruins could pull away and just show their class.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, they look like, day and night from the first half. Whole new team. They're playing much more aggressive. They're getting to the paint much better. And, I mean, they already have 3 or 4 block shots in the last 6 minutes of this half, I think.
I mean, the Bruins only had 7 field goals at the half. They already have 4 here in the second half. And USU-Eastern only has 1.
Yeah.
I mean, the defensive intensity has been turned up, and the offensive, I would say the transition offense is infinitely better.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, I guess Slick would win by 20 after the first half. I didn't think that was possible, but the way the game's going now, I think that just might be a possibility tonight. They're playing great so far in the last 6 minutes.
Coming out of the timeout for the Bruins, it's Peyton, Spute, Johnson, Okamina, and Parsons. For Eastern, it's Winston, Moody, Ben Weezap, Guyman, and Carway. 30 on the shot clock. Moody into the front court. Goes to Winston. Winston looking to penetrate. Cut off by the Bruins. Now they swing it. Moody with it. Back to Winston. Now to Ben Weezap on the right wing. Runs pick and roll with Guyman. Winston on the left wing. Up off to Moody. 3 on the way. Got it. You know, you're going to need that timely shooting.
Yeah, and you got to live with that one. He was heavily guarded. We got to go the entire possession. Sometimes those just fall.
DP looking to drive, get in the lane, and slam it down with the right hand. DP in traffic with the strong finish.
Yeah, he's had a couple great plays this half. Definitely coming out strong, showing the leadership that the Bruins need.
Moody with Johnson on him. Moody trying to go one-on-one. Gets it to Carway at the high post. Back to Moody. Now Okamina's on it. Now they go to Winston on the right wing. Winston looking inside. Gonna pull up from 18. He gets it to go again. Back-to-back tough shots made by the Golden Eagles. Carry on into the front court. We're going to get a foul call. It's been a much cleaner half here in the second half, Bailey.
Well, I don't think it get much worse than the first half was. But yes, it has been a much cleaner half. A lot less fouls. Less turnovers. Towards the end of that first half, there was way too many careless turnovers. They've done a lot better job protecting the ball this half, and I think that's huge.
So the Bruins have gone up 3, 46-43, 12:45 to go. First media timeout here in the second half on radio SLCC and KSL.com. Welcome back into Bruin Arena. 3 subs for the Bruins coming out of the timeout as Morley, Duffelmeyer, and Shiflett all check in. 1 sub also for Eastern Utah as Guyman checks out and Rudiger returns. Duffelmeyer to inbound. Gets it into Shiflett. Shiflett hands to Duffelmeyer. Now to Morley. DP looking to make something happen, gets in the lane, drops it to Morley. Oh, easy layup, missed. Put back by Okamina, missed, and Rudiger grabs the board for Eastern.
And that's just being sloppy. I mean, he should have made that shot.
On the other end, Winston able to finish with the right hand in traffic. And now the Bruins looking to counter. Parsons counted in the foul.
Beautiful. Great and one. And Parsons just trying to take this game over right now, just like great players do.
Foul called on number 50, Marcelo Rudiger. That's his 3rd. 5th team foul on Eastern Utah. Subs for Eastern is number 2, Andre Hogan returns for the first time this half as Van Weezak checks out, and number 5, Nathaniel Wright checks back in for Rudiger. Rudiger stay short after picking up his 3rd foul.
Which is always great for the Bruins, definitely.
I didn't notice before now. DP made a shoe swap at the half.
He did. Same boxing type shoes. A little bit more color coordinated this half though. Going with blue and gray.
DP completes the three-point play. Bruins up 4, 49-45. Carly with it up top. Looking to drive on Okamina, turns the corner, and he gets fouled on the drive. Called on number 30. That's Tad Duffelmeyer, his first 13th foul on the Bruins.
Scoot over! Around it! Other side!
Sly gets it in quickly to Hogan. His three on the way. No good. DP with the board for the Bruins. DP looking to run the break. Gets it to Duffelmeyer on the left wing. Tad takes the baseline, kicks it in the corner to Shiflett, and we're going to get an offensive foul called on Duffelmeyer. Tough call. That'll be his second foul in as many possessions. That's the 4th team foul on the Bruins. So Shiflett knocked down the three too, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
I think it went in.
Yes, he did. Some lost points there.
Sly running the point again for the Bruins. Gets it up top, lefty, Sly, three on the way, no good. Winston with the board for Eastern. Going to the basket, drops it to right. His 15-footer from the right baseline is good. The Bruins look to run again. DP goes to the rim, puts it up, no good. But another foul is drawn. I think they called it on the floor. On Phillip Winston. His third personal. Excuse me, his second personal.
You got to hand it to Eastern. Every time the Bruins get out a little bit, looks like they're about to pull away, and they just keep fighting back every time. So definitely a tough team. Well-coached team.
Subs for Eastern Utah as Ewing checks in for Winston. Duffelmeyer gets it in quickly to Morley, and Morley lays it in with the right hand. Pretty slick inbounds play there by the Bruins.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I wish the other points were coming that easy.
Slide running the point. Gets it to Hogan. Now to Ewing. Hogan with it. Shiflett on him. He goes in the post to Carwy. Carwy. 15-foot fadeaway is good. That was pretty. Hamdi Carwy. It's a good finish. On the other end, Shiflett's going to put up a three. It's no good. And Carwy with the big board.
That's just not the shot the Bruins need right now. It's a contested three with 20 left on the shot clock.
Sly with it, looking to turn into the paint. Kicks it back out to Hogan. Hogan with Shiflett on it. Hogan's going to put up a three. It's well short and off to the left, and DP with the board. Pushes ahead to Shiflett. LeBron goes to the rim and gets fouled. Foul called on number 33, Royal Ewing, his first personal, 17th foul on Eastern.
Foul ball shooting, number 1, Brian Shiflett. Shoots 2 shots.
Shiflett at the line for 2. I don't believe he's scored yet tonight. He has now. He knocks down his first free throw. He was 0 for 1 from the three-point line before that. Shiflett goes 2 for 2. Pushes the Bruin lead back out to 4. 53-49. 10:27 to go. Sly with Duffelmeyer on it. Goes up top to Ewing. Parsons on it. Gets it to Hogan. Hogan wants to go into the post to Carly. Now he dribbles to the right wing. Runs pick and roll with Carly. Double team comes from the Bruins. Now he goes right back to Hogan. Hogan tries to take the baseline, forces it up. No good, but the tip is there for Nathaniel Wright. Bruins with it. Parsons able to turn the corner, lays it in for 2.
And no one's able to stop Parsons right now.
He's decided it's his game.
He's either getting to the basket or getting fouled, one or the other. One of the two.
Sly gets into the lane, kicks it out to Moody. Goes with the short corner to Ewing. Now back out to Moody. Or to Hogan, excuse me. Hogan Gets it to Sly. Sly penetrates, forces it up over Morley. Not even close. Okamina with a good board. Dufelmeyer drops it off inside to Okamina, and Okamina is fouled. Foul called on number 21, Hamdi Karwi.
His third. 18th foul.
Third foul on Karwi, so the front court of Eastern Utah both with 3 fouls, with Rudiger and Karwi picking up their third. Subs for Eastern as Karwi's going to check out as Sherman Day checks in.
Shooting 1-1.
I was trying to stay with him. I got 33.
Okamina at the line for the one-on-one. First one no good. Morley with the big board.
Great hustle.
Foul called on Day, so Brandon Morley will go to the line for the one-on-one. I mean, you look at the team on the floor right now. The Bruins need to go inside all day.
Oh, definitely. Especially with Rudiger out, they just need to keep attacking the paint. More times than not, it's going to work out.
Morley knocks down the first free throw, so he earns the second. Bruins go up by 5. That may be their biggest lead.
They were up by 7 at one point. They were up by 7 at one point earlier in this half.
Morley goes 2 for 2, puts them up 6. 9:09 to go. Sly with it into the front court. Hands to Hogan. Hogan with Dufelmeyer on him. Runs pick and roll with Day. Hogan tries to take the baseline. Kicks it in the corner to Sly. Up top to Ewing. Back to Hogan. Okamina on him. And we're going to get a foul called on Dufelmeyer. That'll be his third. All of them coming here in the second half. 16 foul on the Bruins, so both teams in the bonus from here on out. Subs for the Bruins as Marcus White and Wilkinson and Payton all return. Eastern to inbound on the baseline. Slides inbounds pass taken away by Shiflett. Shiflett in the front court goes right to the rim. Counted the foul.
Yet another and one. Great hustle, great opportunity. The roles are reversed. Eastern had a lot of those fast break buckets in the first half, and the Bruins returned the favor this half, definitely. Good to see.
Well, if you're going to foul him, if you're going to reach, you've got to
foul hard. Either give him the basket or foul hard. You know, last thing you want to do is potentially give up 3. They don't on this time use the missed free throw.
Bruins go up 8-0, and then a good pass, but the Day can't handle it. The Bruins come away with it. Shiflett goes to the rim and gets another 2. Bruins up 10, 61-51. Timeout USU-Eastern. It's a full timeout. We'll stay right here. Bruins up 61-51, 8:29 to go. And Barry, the Bruins have all of the momentum right now.
Oh, they do. That was the key to the game. You know, they're concentrating more. They're concentrating on the ball on both sides more. They're looking for the easy steal. They weren't in the first half, and they're also making sure Eastern doesn't get the easy steal. And I think that's been a huge swing in the game.
And it's all, in my opinion, it's all come from their defense. Their defense has led to some easy transition buckets, and it's just got them going.
Yes, yeah. You know, the athleticism is just too much for Eastern to handle. Eastern was playing a lot more. They were a lot more focused the first half, and now the Slick's up by 10. I think their motivation's going to go down a little bit. And by my projection, we'll see Slick, going off with this game.
Well, and it was Eastern almost played the perfect half there in the first half. I mean, their defense was tough. They were knocking down shots. They were tough shots. And here in the second half, the shots aren't falling, and the passes have gotten sloppy.
Exactly. I think fatigue might have kicked in a little bit.
You can only play that focus for so long before it's just like, all right, we got to relax a little. And when they did, they just came down a level.
Exactly. I think they're panicking a little bit now because, you know, they have lost their lead or they've lost a close game. So we'll see what they can do going forward.
Coming out of the timeout, Ewing with the ball for Eastern. Drops it off to Hogan. Hogan into the left corner. 3 on the way. It's hard off the iron. No good. Board grabbed by Wilkinson, who takes it away from Payton. Payton pushes ahead to Shiflett. Shiflett takes the baseline, goes up, and another two for LeBrian Shiflett.
Now they're having fun.
He's got 8, all of them here in the second half. Sly with it on the left wing, goes into the post to right. Back to Sly, now to Ewing. Ewing will put up a 3. Hard off the iron, no good. Peyton with the board for the Bruins. 1 and done for Eastern. They go into the post to Wilkinson. He spins, puts it up. It's not going to count. Foul called on number 4, Sherman Day. Going to the line for 2. The Bruins have reached the double bonus. That's 10 team fouls on Eastern Utah. 3rd foul on Day.
Very early, still 7.5 minutes. Very, very early to be in the double bonus.
Wilkinson so far tonight, 3 of 4 from the stripe, make it 3 for 5. Subs for Eastern as Carly and Rudiger return. Blake set for the second. He goes 0 for 2, and it's Ewing with the board for Eastern Utah. Ewing quickly into the front court. Gets cut off. No one's guarding him now. Goes to the rim again. Kicks it out to Hogan. Hogan looking around, pick and roll with Rudiger. Takes the baseline. Blocked by Morley. He'll go to the line for 2. Foul is called on Morley. His second. 7th team foul on Eastern Utah.
Andre Hogan, obviously an extremely athletic player. He had a monster dunk in the first half, and that one would have been if Slick wasn't able to foul in time.
That's the benefit of having the 7-footer, right?
Exactly. Hogan out of Chicago makes the free throw.
Hogan so far tonight, he's got 7 points. He's 3 of 3 from the line. Set for his second. Make it 4 for 4. Bruin lead cut back to 10, 63-53. Payton goes to the left wing to Shiflett. Ewing's on him, gets it to Wilkinson. Wilkinson with Rudiger on him, goes right past Rudiger, puts it up, no good. But Wilkinson going to go right back to the line for 2 more just after he went 0 for 2. And that's Rudiger's 4th. Interesting decision to make here. You got to leave him in the game. So you got to try and stay in the game.
Yeah, if I was Eastern, I'd probably leave him at this point. 7 minutes left, you're down by 10. I mean, if you're down by 10 with 30 seconds left and you can put him in, it's not going to help much at that point. So I think you have to go all in right now.
Wilkinson's first is good. I think they need to get Van Weezap back in the game. He can shoot the ball. They got to get somebody to stretch the floor.
They do, but they also need somebody to get those rebounds in case those.
Well, not subbing in for Rudiger. I'm just saying subbing him in general.
Oh yeah, I assume that.
Eastern with it into the front court. Sly on the left wing. Gibson Johnson makes a great door, not a window. Rudiger with it, kicks it out to Hogan. Hogan, jumper on the way. No good. And that's going to do it, I think, for Rudiger. It will. That'll be Rudiger's 5th. And I was talking to the play-by-play guy before the game started. He said Rudiger's probably our best offensive player, but the homeboy can't stay out of foul trouble. Like, wow, you kind of called that one.
That's exactly what happened here. And, the great players only come in handy so much if they can't play the last 5 minutes of games. If your best player is out at crunch time, your chance to win very slim.
Morley at the line for 2. The first one is good. Morley so far tonight has 6 points. He's perfect from the stripe, 4 for 4.
Great half by the Bruins so far.
Ewing with it. Goes into the post to right. They swing it now to Hogan. Hogan up top. Back to Ewing. Hogan looks inside to Carway, kicks it back to Ewing. His three on the way, and it's good. And they just keep knocking down shots to try and make it interesting. Gets the lead back to 12.
Yeah, they're definitely fighting hard, doing everything they can to keep this a game.
White with the step back three, knocks it down. Only the second three of the night for the Bruins.
The Bruins are just doing that much more to control this game.
They go up 15, 70 to 55. Hogan trying to answer the three. It's short. Shiflett's going to push it. 3-on-2. Shiflett drops it off to White. And White out of bounds?
Offensive foul, I believe.
Was it? I didn't see him report one.
The coach is right in front of us. From that angle.
Subs for the Bruins. DP returns, as does Gibson Johnson. Also subs for Eastern, as Winston checks back in. And he's got it on the right wing. They work it around. Sly has it. Up top to Winston. Now to Van Weezep. He tries going into the post, and we're going to get a foul on Gibson Johnson. He's looking around like, who me? But that's an easy one when you reach around like that.
Yeah, Eastern doing everything they can to stay in this game. For the last couple minutes, they've been shooting highly questionable shots. It was nice to see them try to get in the post, try to do something else. But they haven't quit fighting.
Foul called on Gibson Johnson, his third, 8th team foul. So at the line for the 1-on-1 will be Nathaniel Wright, the sophomore from St. Louis. First one is good. Subs for Eastern is number 3, Jawan Moody. Checks in for Brandon Sly.
Hey, C, P-game.
Wright set for his second. He goes 1 for 2. Board grab by Wilkinson for the Bruins. Wilkinson with it. Pulls the left wing to White. White going to work against Van Weezap. Gets in line. Forces it up. No good. But he'll go to the line for 2. Foul called on number 23, Josh Van Weezap, his second. At the line for 2 will be Marcus White. White's first is good. Subs for the Bruins as Scott Cook checks in for the first time for Wilkinson. But speaking of Marcus White, he had one of the better dunks I've ever seen here inside Bruin Arena Saturday. He just rocked that baby to bed.
Oh, like a little Michael Jordan, Carolina Tar Heel.
Absolutely. And he took off from way too far away. I thought there was no chance he gets there. And he just hung in the air, and wham! It was impressive.
Always an exciting element of basketball.
Moody with it up top. Goes to Winston. Winston looking to drive. Goes right at Cook. And we're going to get a foul on the shot called on Scott Cook. That'll be his first 19 foul.
Gotta get there.
At the line for 2 will be Philip Winston.
At the line for 22, Winston.
Winston so far tonight yet to attempt a free throw. I'm surprised he's only got 4 points. Seems like he's been more active in the offense.
Yes, yeah. Notice Sly for Eastern out of Riverton, Utah. He's been doing a good job leading his team. Eastern leading the plays. Been a lot of team basketball going on for Eastern as opposed to one dominant player. Aside from Rudiger, who's now out with 5 fouls.
Subs for the Bruins. A Spute checks in for Peyton. And this is the first time all season I've seen the Bruins on the court and not have Duffelmeyer or Peyton on the floor. No true point guard on the floor. It's CJ Spute running the point. Spute with Winston on it. Gets it to Johnson. Now to DP. DP decided, all right, I'll set the offense up. Here we go.
Let's take a little bit of time off the clock.
Eastern in the 2-3 zone. Spewed on the left wing. Back up top to DP. 10 on the shot clock. Back to Spewed on the right wing. Drops to the short corner to White. The double team comes. He gets out of it. Spewed's going to have to put up a long three. It's around, no good. Cook with the board. Put back, no good. Gibson Johnson grabs it and backs it out.
Not the worst thing in the world to happen. Up by 12, going to run some more time off the clock.
Head coach Todd Phillips thought the Bruins were in trouble there after the rebound by Gibson. Calls a full timeout with 4 minutes left. Bruins up 12, 72-60. And it seems like the Bruins are playing a bit post mode, Bailey. They're just, let's just keep this lead, we're fine.
Yeah, definitely. You know, when it was a close game in the start of this half, they were very hungry. They were hungry to get it up. Now you noticed, since they've had the lead, they have kind of gelled out a little bit, cooled down. Which is natural. Plus, you know, you want to take as much time off that clock.
Well, it was really their transition offense that got them the lead. They were out running almost every play, whether it was Shiflett or Parsons. Someone was going to the rim in transition, and they haven't done that here for the last 3 or 4 minutes. They're slowing it down, running the clock.
They are slowing it down. They're not looking. They're not gambling on the steals on defense as well, which is, you know, you're guarding, but you're not gambling. You know, so you can't get beat, but you're not probably going to get that transition steal quite as easily.
If you're guarding, you're not gambling. I don't think I've ever heard that. Coming out of the timeout for the Bruins, it'll be Johnson, White, Spewed, Cook, and Parsons. Bruins to inbound on the sideline, opposite of us. For Eastern, it's Van Weezap, Winston, Moody, Wright, and Carly. Eastern comes back with their man-to-man coming out of the timeout. They get it into Parsons. Dispute. And we're going to get a hold on the cut. Called on Hamdi Carly. That's the first true touch foul I think I've seen tonight. That was, yeah, that one was soft.
Yeah, tonight's been full of very, very hard fouls.
23. Marcus, you got 22.
Gibson Johnson stepping to the line for 2. The foul on Carly was his 4th. First free throw by Johnson is good. He's 6 for 7 now, got 12 points. Also 7 rebounds. Johnson goes 2 for 2. Bruins up 14. They're going to reach Bailey's 20. They got to make a run here late. 3:50 to go. Winston into the key, kicks it out to Van Weezap. 3 on the way, got it. That's going to make it tougher.
That is. As long as we get the win, I'm okay with my projection. As long as we get the win.
Parsons with it, swings it to Spewed. In the corner to White, looking to answer the 3 up the side of the backboard. And the rebound by Cook gets knocked out of his hands, and Easton comes out with it. Carly on the other end goes to the rim, no good, but Wright's there for the putback dunk.
Big dunk, big dunk.
Johnson with it. Gets it to DP. They reset the offense. Eastern back in their 2-3 zone. White kicks in the corner to Parsons. Parsons takes the baseline, goes up under, misses the layup. Van Weezap had the board. It's knocked out of his hand. No, it's not. Van Weezap just loses the handle. Bruin basketball. Subs for the Bruins as Peyton, Okamina, and Wilkinson all return. Oh, yeah. Peyton gets it into Parsons.
Bruins using some clock here.
Yep. 2:43 to go. Wilkinson with it up top. Turns it over. White couldn't quite handle the pass. We're going to get a timeout taken by the Bruins. Bruins up 74-65, 2:37 to go on radio SLCC and KSL.com. Welcome back in on Radio SLCC and KSL.com. I'm Zach Hodge, joined tonight by Bailey Rice. And we got 2:37 left. Bruins up 9, 74-65. And Bailey, it seems like they just brought back in all the big studs right before the timeout to just make sure it's iced away.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes, 9-point lead. You think you're safe, but you never know. I mean, I've seen games where teams lose because they just think they've won at this point, so.
Moody's going to put up a three, and he gets it to go.
For reasons just like that.
Leads down to 6. Peyton with it up top. White with it on the right wing now. Parsons with it. Looks inside, gets it to Wilkinson. Wilkinson puts it up and gets it to go for 2.
Big bucket for the Bruins. That last one by Eastern gave them huge momentum and actually a chance to stay in this game.
1:56 to go. Carly puts up a 3. It's no good. Rebound is saved by Eastern. They get it to Carly. He puts it up. No good. Oh, that's full-fledged body slam.
That should be a flagrant, in my opinion.
They're mixing it up. Parsons getting angry.
Yeah, need to control the situation. Coach is coming out on the floor.
Discussion happening now between the officials and the coaches. Well, that's 5 on Carly either way, I believe.
And it's been such a physical game, and emotions come all into that when you do have a game of so physical with so many hard fouls.
Well, I think Carly thought he was fouled on his drive to the basket where he just kind of flung it up there. No call came, and so his frustration just went right onto Wilkinson. And
yeah, took his frustration out. And you can't do that.
It was an impressive judo throw, but that's not legal here.
Yeah, I mean, if we were here for Wesleyan or something, it'd probably be a nice move, but not allowed in the sport of basketball. Definitely showing a lot of fight and a lot of hunger, though.
Interesting to see what they decide to do here. Carly will be gone, deciding, do you call a flagrant? Do you tee up anyone for their reaction?
I believe you do. I mean, he had a whole body hug around the guy trying to throw him to the ground.
Well, then you had DP and I believe it was Winston mixing it up, and there were shoves there.
You did. I would say you just call on the first one because everything else was based off of what he did on that first grapple. It's just emotions based off of that. Looks like it's not going to happen that way, though. Oh no, slick shooting.
It was the foul on Namdi Carly.
Looks like
it'll be his 5th, but I think it's just a normal foul.
Just a personal foul. Very, very hard personal foul. With only 1 minute 47 seconds left in the game, Slick up by 8 shooting free throws. I feel very safe that we're gonna go home with a win tonight.
Wilkinson at the line so far tonight, 5 for 8.
Yeah, you take it. TP, you take this.
Wilkinson's first free throw on the way, off to the right, no good. Wilkinson set for his second. That one is good. Puts the Bruin up 9. Winston with it into the front court. Splits the defenders, goes right to the rim. And we'll get a foul called on Wilkinson. If you're going to get up there and hedge that screen that hard, you've got to get close so they can't split the defenders.
You do.
You do. You got to make them go around you. Foul called on Wilkinson. It's his third. At the line for 2, it will be number 22, Philip Winston. The 6-foot freshman from Lakewood, Washington. First one off to the right, no good. Subs for the Bruins. Dispute is going to check in for Okamina. Getting their better free throw shooters on the floor.
Hey, we got a box! Look out! See! Get shooter! Get shooter!
Second free throw by Winston is good. Now full court press. Pressure being applied by USU-Eastern.
I see the Bruins use as much clock as they can on this possession.
Peyton with it up top. Eastern still in their 2-3 zone. Back to Peyton on the left wing. Penetrates, kicks Dispute in the corner. He goes to the high post to Johnson. Johnson gets in the lane, drops it to Parsons. Parsons goes under the hoop, puts it up, no good, but he'll go to the line for 2. Foul called on number 5, Nathaniel Wright. His third.
And this will be Parsons' 10th and 11th. Yes, 10th and 11th free throws shot tonight. 7 for 9 thus far.
17 points for the sophomore from Sacramento. First one is good. Leading scorer for the team at 18 now. Leading scorer overall as well.
He's had a great game tonight, especially in the second half. You saw that extra power come out of his game. First half, he was playing hard, but the ball just wasn't going in the hole.
Second one, no good. Winston with the board for Eastern, beating everyone down the floor. That's poor transition defense there by the Bruins. Cuts the lead back down to 7, 78-71. Bruins get it in. Johnson with it, pushes ahead to Peyton. Peyton, ooh, that could have been called a carry. He turns it over anyway, loses the handle. Moody comes out with it. Moody gets it to Van Weezap. He wants the 3. Back to Moody. This is good for the Bruins. Eastern slowing it down. Moody goes inside the day. Back to Moody. Long 3 on the way. Got it.
Great shot. Great shot.
Bruin lead down to 4, 78-74. And that's a great shot. I mean, Wilkinson's right in his face.
And he's about 6 inches taller.
I was going to say it's 6 foot compared to 6'8", and he just knocked it down.
Yeah, I mean, it's not much. Lucky shot. Yeah, great shot. You know, I mean, right now, 4-point game, 34 is technically anybody's game still. The Bruins let him back into this game. Just do a little bit of sloppy play and just hard work by Eastern. I mean, you got to give it to them. They've been fighting their tails off tonight.
Well, and on the offensive end, you know Eastern's going to try and press you and try and get you to force a turnover. You got to slow it down, throw some ball fakes. They're going to jump a passing lane and try and make a skill, throw a ball fake. Someone's going to get open.
Exactly.
Slow down, stop dribbling, make crisp passes.
Yeah, and in the last possession, Peyton was trying to do something with the ball so much that, if he just slowed down, more time would be off the clock. There'd be maybe 15 seconds left in this game. Big difference between 35 and 15 seconds left in a 4-point game.
Yeah. Big difference, 35 seconds in a 7-point game.
Yeah, exactly.
Coming out of the timeout for the Bruins, it will be the starters. Spute, Johnson, Parsons, Peyton, and Wilkinson. For Eastern, they'll have Wright, Ewing, who just checked in, Winston, Moody, and Day, I believe. Yes, Sherman Day is the other one. Bruins get it in. Spute has it. Splits the defender. Stripped. Oh.
Big call.
That's with the home court score. Foul called on number 3, Jawan Moody. That's his 4th.
It was a close one, but it was the right call. Would have been big if it wasn't there, though. It would be an easy bucket for Eastern.
At the line for 2, it is C.J. Spute. So far tonight, C.J.'s 3 of 4 from the line. All 4 of them are actually the technical foul free throws. He is 2 of 5 overall from the field. He's knocked down a 3. Spute's first one is good. Subs for Eastern as Van Weezap checks back in. Ewing checks out. Spute's second. He goes 2 for 2. Lead back to 6, 80-74. Winston quickly into the front court. 25 seconds to go. Winston goes to the rim, forces it up, and gets it to go.
Another tough shot.
I don't know if we can get another timeout taken by Eastern Utah to get their defenders back in the game. the tough shots Eastern has made down the stretch are impressive.
It's crazy. A lot of concentration, especially on that last layup. They're doing everything they can. I mean, they will not go down without a fight. That is extremely evident tonight.
That was impressive defense, I would say, as well for the Bruins. I mean, they were right up on Winston. He just finished it.
You can't do much more than that.
So looking at the stats for tonight, players on the floor, Gibson Johnson 7 of 8 from the line, Parsons 8 of 11, Spute 5 of 6, Peyton's probably the one you want to foul at 2 for 5, and then Wilkinson 6 for 10. So Peyton the only one on the floor really struggling from the stripe tonight. Probably who you're going to be looking to foul if you possibly can, but probably, yeah. I mean, he is the point guard, so generally they're decent free throw shooters.
Yeah, I mean, 2 for 5, sometimes you have those nights. I feel confident if he went back to the line, he'll make the 2 in crunch time. A lot of free throws tonight. Thank goodness the Bruins were able to shoot decently from the free throw line, or this would be Eastern's ballgame.
No subs for the Bruins coming out of the timeout for Eastern. Van Weezap checks back out. Ewing checks back in. Spute to inbound. Goes deep to Parsons, wide open, and DP slams it down with 2 hands.
The dagger.
No free throws needed on that one. Winston a quick 3, blocked by Peyton.
Foul on the 3.
I don't know about that.
Ref saw it better than me.
We're up 6.
3-point foul, or for 3 free throws coming for number 22, Philip Winston. Foul on the 3-pointer given to Zarion Payton, his second. Philip Winston so far tonight from the line, 2 of 4. First one is good. Left a little short, gets a roll.
Had about as many bounces as you can possibly have. The ball's just going in for him this last minute.
Winston set for his second. He's 2 for 2. One more to come. Lead down to 4. This one can make it a 1-possession game. 14 and a half seconds left. He goes 3 for 3. We're going to get another timeout taken by Eastern Utah. It's a 30-second timeout this time. And I love the play drawn up last time by head coach Todd Phillips. He knew that they were going to overcommit, and he knew that the deep pass was going to be there. But what do you do this time? Do you try it again?
I probably wouldn't try. I think it would be too risky at this point. If you don't throw it far enough, they got 1-3 and they can get it. I would just try to get it into your best possible free throw shooter and wait for the foul. I would rather place my bets on the foul line than a long pass at this point.
As we said, Bruins up by 3, 14 and a half seconds left. No subs for either team out of the timeout. Head coach Todd Phillips drawing up an inbound play on the baseline. It will be Spute putting it in play.
Make sure they have good inbound play.
Possibly the Bruins' best free throw shooter gets it into Wilkinson.
12.7 seconds left. Wilkinson shoot 2. Try to put the lead up to 5.
Wilkinson so far tonight, 6 of 10 from the line. He needs one of them to make it a 2-possession game. Preferably the first one. If you miss the first one, the second one's huge. Wilkinson's first free throw is good. Nothing but the bottom there for the sophomore.
Needed that huge free throw. As Made 7 so far tonight, none bigger than that last one.
Subs for Eastern as Van Weezap checks back in for Ewing. Wilkinson goes 2 for 2. Subs for the Bruins. As as Shiflett is going to check in for Wilkinson. That's just to slow down Eastern so the Bruins can put a little pressure on the inbound.
Exactly.
They get it in quickly to Winston. Winston going to the rim, puts it up, no good. The putback is good. And we're going to get another timeout taken by Eastern.
Longest 30 seconds of a basketball game I think I've ever seen.
Seriously. The dunk, put back, cuts the lead back down to 3. 84-81, 6.4 to go.
Yeah, just not going away.
Probably, one possession left for Eastern. So the Bruins are going to have to miss free throws.
Exactly, yeah.
If they want to win.
Yeah, I mean, first the Bruins need to concentrate on getting the ball in. That's first things first. Other than that, as long as they can make the free throws, they should be able to over the victory tonight.
I mean, big free throws for Wilkinson. He steps to the line, 6 of 10 for the night. Steps up, knocks 2 down. Not much more can be asked for there.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all.
But who are you getting the ball to here? You letting Spute inbound, even though he's probably your best free throw shooter?
I would. Because the most important part is getting that getting the inbound pass. You're up by 3. If you're up by 2, it might be different. Up by 3, realistically, you only need to make 1 free throw. So the biggest part right now is just getting the ball in. I think the secondary issue is getting it to the best free throw shooter.
One sub for the Eagles as Ewing checks back in for Van Weezap. And it will be Spute to inbound for the Bruins. Spute with Day guarding the ball. Spute gets it into Wilkinson. Wilkinson loses it, throws it deep. It falls to Ewing. Ewing going to cast up a 3. It's no good.
Too close to comfort on that one, Zach.
And that wasn't exactly how the Bruin coaching staff drew it up, but it gets the job done.